I gotta take a whiz and then find a quiet spot. I'm at a birthday party right now.
Oh, wow. Dude, you didn't have to do it, man.
It's 30 minutes, right? I have 2 to go to today.
Oh, my God, dude. So I am with Matt Kolacki. Did I say that correct?
Yeah, man.
Okay. And welcome to Dragon Tuna Podcast. I wanted to get you today to talk about the comic book, Bliss, and, just talk a little bit about some of our interaction because you're one of my students. And we'll go from there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So one thing I want to get out the way, because people are going to say this, and my wife, who's Asian, so I know she's not racist, but you're not Steve Aoki.
Aoki?
Aoki. There you go. You're not Steve Aoki, right?
No, and I'm not Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, okay. All right.
They recently somebody wrote a review about it. It's called Bliss.
Yeah.
And they wrote a review about it, and they likened me to Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's the producer of Hamilton.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was, I don't know, it's just kind of distracting from the art.
Right.
Put that right in the title. The literal title was something along the lines of, is that Lin-Manuel Miranda in a comic book? No, it's not.
Oh, man.
But,
Hey, we all look like somebody, right? There's not that much variation that we're not gonna look like someone or a few people. I used to get Lenny Kravitz a lot when I wore my afro.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, see, like a few other people too, but it's the other guy from what was the group called? Something Class Heroes. What are they called?
Gym Class Heroes, yeah.
Gym Class Heroes,
He's
yeah.
from Rochester too, I think.
Is he really?
One of the guys are.
Yeah. So I used to get that line. I used to hate it. But you do DJ. You do DJ, right?
Yeah, I've been DJing probably about as long as Steve Aoki has for over 10 years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's how I met you at Club One.
That's right.
All right.
That's where I got my start, which was
10 really?
Years ago. Yeah, I was a lighting tech there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a server during the day, and then I'd stick around at night and hang around for the nightlife, and figured out how to work the lights for the nightclub, and went from there.
Oh wow, interesting. I didn't know that. How often did you DJ there? Not much.
These days?
No, back then.
Back then?
Yeah.
Like every other weekend.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
I love that place. I had a lot of fights and a lot of interesting things happen. Is it under different? I know it's under different management now. Probably is it still around?
It is. Yeah. No, those times are long gone.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this comic book, Bliss, I did read it. I want to get your interpretation of what it's about. I don't know if did you speak with Caitlin Yarskey? She's the artist for it. So
Caitlin Yarskey is the artist, the visual, the illustrator, and then Sean Lewis wrote the story.
Oh, the story. Okay. So I'm assuming they talk about the details about what it's about, because it seems very when it first started off, I wasn't sure what was going on in the world. Is very rich in different characters and creatures. So I kind of want to hear your take on what it's about, at least the first part.
Sure. Without giving away like too much,
yeah.
The basic synopsis is I am an assassin that has been hired by the mob, like space lizard mafia type of thing. And it's, futuristic on another planet. So you have to suspend some of your worldly beliefs here.
Okay. I did not realize it was on a different planet.
I think, there's like space
dimensions.
Yeah, different dimension, different planet, something like that.
Okay, because when I was reading it, I was like, oh wow, okay. I didn't realize the first character was supposed to be the son of the character's modeled after you.
Yep.
and I thought that was the same person. Then I had to like really read it again. Like, oh, okay, wait a minute, that's the son. Okay,
Right.
so that was interesting.
So yeah, it jumps time a little bit there in the first episode.
Yeah. So is Bliss like is that like the soul?
No, Bliss is the drug.
Is the drug, but is it made from the soul or something like that, or no?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. I don't know. Is that your interpretation of what are they called?
I'm thinking it's something like that, or the essence of the of the people that choose. I don't know. Don't tell me too much. I do want to be surprised, but
Well, honestly, I only know the plot line up until about, I think, episode 3. I've seen, not in print, but like in digital form.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of aware of what's going on, because I need to know a little bit about what's going on in order to prepare for. What we do is we do photo shoots. So Caitlin, we all go to Caitlin's house or wherever, we meet somewhere, and she takes a bunch of reference photos. That's why the likeness is so similar.
Okay. And I have the book right here, and you're not gonna be able to see because my lighting is terrible, but the front cover definitely looks
like that too.
Yeah, just throw it up there.
Is that it?
That's pretty close. You gotta look towards me a little bit, and then like make it to the there you go.
And the hair too.
Yeah. You gotta make it flow a little bit more, but that's pretty close, pretty accurate. She definitely gets your not only the likeness, but like the it seems like some of the facial expressions that you do. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. How long are the photo shoots, or how many reference photos does she take?
An hour to 2 hours.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, she usually gets some food or something. We hang out, and she invites friends, and really anybody can be in it. The only people that are important, not to sound, the only people that are important are me and Jacqueline, who is my wife in the comic.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now, you said you knew Caitlin from school, or just
no,
out about?
Not even. A friend of mine shared a post. No, what it was is Caitlin made a post, and it said, "I'm looking for a Japanese American male to play, or to be a whatever you call model or a reference for an upcoming graphic novel."
Right.
And then my friend Loren tagged me in that, and immediately Caitlin, the illustrator, right underneath it said, "He is perfect. Get me in touch with him." So I saw that, and I called her right away, and we went from there. We did our first photo shoot.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to see the creative process, to go from like
an idea,
couple photos to actual real print, in your hand.
Yeah.
Like a real thing, a real tangible thing.
Yeah. Are you an artist yourself? Can you?
I never really labeled myself an artist. I mean, I've made art.
Yeah.
Music, but I've never labeled myself an artist. No.
Are you too humble for that? Or?
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Art's weird. Like any DJ mix I've ever made, I'm afraid to put out. You're not gonna find a mix out there from me, because I just don't. It's never good enough to put out. Nothing's ever good enough for me to put out. But this comic book is perfect, and it's perfect in every way.
I guess another part I guess because you said these lizard creatures. When I was reading it, it kind of caught me off guard, because it got to the point where in the comic book, your son got hurt or sick.
He's sick. Yeah.
Sick, and then you end up in this big mafia place, and these monsters pretty much are there. Was that supposed to be kind of a surprising reveal, or because like and also in the beginning, like there's this big council where you got these judges, kind of like English
Yeah,
judges.
so it's the son. The son is on trial essentially,
Okay.
and or he's at trial. He's at court, and he's speaking about me, who is, I guess, I have killed a bunch of people and made a bunch of money to save him pay for his treatment. But yeah, episode 1 again, they're gonna have to pick it up and read it. But these bad dudes come out of nowhere, and they know that I'm like looking for work, so they recruit me, and I guess I have some sort of special skill set, maybe taught to me from my sensei. Some Muay Thai combos.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, it's gonna get pretty graphic. There's gonna be like some heads cut off and some assassin work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, would you say you would go to these lengths if you had a hypothetical son who was sick? Would you do anything for them like that?
I don't have a son.
No, hypothetical.
Right, no, but I have a cat, and his name is
there you go.
Ichiban.
Yes. Okay.
Ichiban is 7, and I spent a lot of money he had like bladder infections. He would have like crystals in his bladder.
Oh.
And that happened a few times, and he was unable to pee, and he almost died a few times. So I guess I can kind of sympathize with that. And he is the most expensive thing that I own right now.
Animals will do that.
But,
for sure.
yeah, but I love them. So I guess, yeah, dude, if my son was sick and I had to go, it depends. If they're bad people, yeah. The whole situation is that I'm an anti-hero.
Right.
I'm an anti-protagonist.
Okay, so you're
like
not killing
Tony Soprano. You know, he's a bad guy, but you still love him. Tony Soprano, Walter White.
Okay.
Those types of guys.
And I can definitely sympathize with that. I'm definitely interested in the second issue. I love the artwork. That was one of the first things that caught me. And when I saw some of the just the inked pages, I was like, oh wow, this looks awesome. This looks really cool.
Like the preliminary stuff.
Yeah. That was really awesome. I want to draw like that so bad, but my drawing is not that great. I got to spend a lot more time.
And she went to school and trained for that. You know, you trained in other aspects of arts.
Yeah, I still want to be an artist though. That I have a graphic novel that I've been working on for a long time, but my drawing is just not there yet. I can't draw a lot of perspective stuff. So to see actually, someone actually do and complete it, that kind of motivates me to want to do mine as well. But training and practice, definitely important.
I wonder if Caitlin Yarskey wonders if she could do some Muay Thai. Trade skills.
Maybe we could do that. Have you been training? Is the question.
No. I'm sorry, Sensei.
Oh man. And I'm not a sensei. I'm not a master. I'm just a coach. But you haven't been training. When did we do our class? A little outside
It's been like a month at least. We got to do another one for sure.
I really
just you and me this time.
Okay. And I really wish you'd keep up with it. Because it is a skill set that will slowly wither if you don't practice.
Sure.
I try to get my wife to do it, and she gets mad at me because it's not necessarily the most physical. It is physical, but it's not the most painless type of physical thing you can do. So a lot of people don't like it. It takes a lot. It takes your whole body to do it. But the more you practice, the easier it gets. And if you stop for too long, because even me, I'm really rusty now. I haven't hit anything in about a month. So that's not good. Not good.
We'll have to get together and fix that.
All right, sounds good. So back to the what was interesting when I picked up the comic book from the comic book store, the guy was so shocked that I was asking for Bliss because he's gotten so many people calling in for the book, and he could not figure out why it was so popular. But I'm assuming you have a lot of friends that were purchasing it.
I told him, I called him and I said, do you have any issues? And he said he had, yeah, some. So I went down and I got what I could. I guess apparently you can't just buy the rest of what they have. You have to leave some for other people, which I can understand. So I got like 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
But I said that, yeah, that's me on the cover. Otherwise, he would only let me get like 1. But I'm like,
Right.
come on, it's me on the cover. He's like, oh, yeah, I can tell. And yeah, I mean, Caitlin's local. She went to RIT.
Right.
And then got me. So we got homies. Like they're going all over the state. But I have a friend in Miami that all of Miami was sold out. He had to order it from
Oh,
Memphis.
wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'll be in Seattle, Washington at the end of the month on August 28th around, and I think I'm gonna try and pick it up out there at a comic book shop. It's around the nation, so.
How many are you trying to get?
Well, issue 2 comes out on the 28th.
Oh, okay, for
Part
issue 2.
2.
Okay. But why are you purchasing so many for your friends?
They're for myself and like my close friends and family.
Okay.
I only have like 5 issues of episode 1, the first pressing.
Okay. Because like I
had to go to like 4 different shops to get that.
Really? Huh. Because when I went to the guy, he's like, you're lucky that I have 1 copy left. He's like, I'm just about sold out. And he, he's like, oh man, there's so many people that have been calling. He's like, he seemed like he was frustrated because he was like, I've been getting so many calls about this book, and I don't know why.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
her last series went really well. It's called Coyotes.
Yes, he mentioned that too.
Yeah, that one flew off the shelves as well. So it's good to hear that this one is also continuing with the trend.
Yeah. Now, Coyotes is about human trafficking, right?
I haven't read it, to be honest. I'm sorry, Kate.
Okay.
If you hear this, but sorry.
I won't put that part in. But I think that's what that one's about, human trafficking, and them fighting back. So this seems like that might be going in. It's not exactly similar, but it's kind of like an anti-hero type story. So, so far it seems very interesting. And when the second one comes out, definitely want to talk about it, hear your thoughts about it. Now,
sure.
how much is this? And I know you got to go back. How much of this story is based on you personally, or just like some of the
0.
the framework? None of the framework of the character. Nothing.
I mean, there was a couple scenes where I had artistic direction for some of the murder scenes.
Huh.
Like he said, all right, we got to do a bunch of like you're sneaking up, you snuck up on somebody, and you're killing them.
How would you do?
And it was super serendipitous because I just came home from Florida and I bought this like BB gun that's like a replica BB gun. It looks like a real Sig Sauer P365, but it's a BB gun.
Yeah.
So that day in the group text, I'm 2 days home from vacation from Florida, and she goes, oh, P.S. does anybody have a little prop gun they can bring? And I'm like, do I? So in one of the scenes, I'm like, I pulled this guy's head back and I put the gun like right up underneath his jaw, and she kind of made a joke like, oh, you've done this before. This is kind of gruesome of you right now, but there's a couple scenes of me. I have my katana out, cutting people's heads off.
Sweet.
And we're not done. I think we've only shot and drawn up until episode 2 or 3, rather.
3? Oh wow. Okay. Oh wow.
So there's no. I think photos of 4 and 5 might have been partially done, but there's still a lot of work to do.
Yeah. That seems like you need time for sure if you're pursuing something like this. So that makes more sense why it's taking me so long to do what I'm doing in the first place. But yeah, reference photos are very important. I look online as much as I can. But if you actually have a character that you can reference in the positions you want, it's probably a lot helpful. A lot helpfuler. That's not the word I'm looking for.
That's not a word. No,
That's not. No, it's not.
A lot more helpful.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
That's all right.
I remember that when we're training, and I accidentally sidekicked you or something.
No, that's your new word. I'm gonna start using it. Helpfuler.
I just woke up. So thank you. So the book, there are still copies of the first book, I think, right? In some of the local comic book stores.
Yeah, all you gotta do is call. I mean, I don't know if I'd call the poor guy down at Comics Etc. again about it.
Yeah, don't do that.
But they're around. Just search up local comic book store in any city, really, and ask them if they have it. And if not, they can order it for you.
Yeah.
And if you miss out on that, you can buy it on eBay. I've been looking around on eBay. There are episodes on there. I think even 2 and 3 are out on there.
What?
In like print, yeah, in like print form. I don't know how they must have got leaked or I don't know what.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so eBay, and then your third option is you can just go to imagecomics.com and search for Bliss and view it online there. You can't really, I mean, you could print it out if you have a printer, but you can look at it on your tablet or mobile device, computer, whatever.
Okay.
And then also, if you miss out on all that and you're not able to keep up with the episodes and whatnot, at the end, when all 8 episodes have been released, they will be putting together, a graphic novel that'll be all one piece, and you should be able to purchase that at Barnes & Noble's. The sales have been amazing, so I'm banking on that you'll probably be able to get it through major outlets at the end of its completion.
Awesome. And the part 2, you said August 28th, right?
28th, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. So I will definitely be looking out for that, and I'm excited. I appreciate you taking the time to talk about it a little bit, and I will hit you up soon. We'll get a nice sparring match in, because I don't think we've ever sparred before either. I mean,
nah, we've rolled together before.
We did roll, yeah. I don't know when Phoenix is gonna be back to the way it was.
Yeah, I'm definitely itching to get back onto the mat for sure, and I don't know, any sort of physical activity outside these days, but I got a lot of them, so
yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if you saw the pictures of what Phoenix looks like, how they train. They're for grappling. They're training with a chair.
I saw.
I can't do that. I can't. It is good practice, but I rather train with a person. I don't know.
Right.
So we'll see when we get back to normal.
Whatever that means. I don't think we'll ever get back to normal, but
probably not. I don't know. It seems like this is a never-ending epidemic thing, but we'll see. But on a positive note, the comic book looks awesome, and it's good talking to you. And I hope that you at least practice a little bit, at least the 1-2. Practice your kick.
I still remember the combos. I'm gonna have to have my girlfriend help me out.
Yeah.
But we can do that on each other. We have to get back to that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm getting out of shape, man. I weigh like 210 pounds now, and it's just not good. Not good.
Well, you're in a shape, but not your desirable shape.
Wow, man. Just dissing me all on the podcast. Thank you. I appreciate it. But enjoy the party, and I'll hit you up later. And when we do the part 2, maybe we'll do a little bit longer. And we got to schedule when you're not busy. I know you're busy.
Yeah.
But let me know, okay?
I didn't want to cancel on you again.
No, that's okay. I canceled the first time.
I feel better that I got it out of the way, because tomorrow is just as crazy as today.
Oh man.